singing of our national anthem and the Upper Dublin High School alma mater, performed by members of the Upper Dublin High School Choir.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Upper Dublin High School Hall of Fame ceremony. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Steve Yanni, proud superintendent of schools. I was able to meet some of you at the reception just before the start of the event this evening. Upper Dublin is special in many ways, and it's special for so many people. And tonight, I am honored to have the honor to be with you tonight to learn a little bit more about you and to see why you have been named or why you have been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Dr. Yanni. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for attending the induction ceremony for the third class of the Upper Dublin High School Alumni Hall of Fame. My name is Heidi Yutzler-Overton, and I graduated from Upper Dublin in 1986. My husband, Kirk, also graduated in '86, and we are parents to Joanna, class of 2017, and Adam, class of 2020. I've been serving as the chairperson for this Alumni Hall of Fame Selection Committee, and I'm so honored to be able to welcome these wonderful, accomplished alumni back to Upper Dublin tonight. I know the road to this in-person event has been long. These distinguished honorees were chosen back in the fall of 2020, and their induction ceremony was to take place a year ago. The COVID pandemic created many roadblocks to meeting in person, as did the tornado and hurricane that greatly affected Upper Dublin in September of 2021. We're thrilled to be able to gather safely here tonight. I'd like to give some background on the formation of this Hall of Fame. Upper Dublin has had a wonderful athletic Hall of Fame for many years. It was the desire of the school district for many years to also be able to honor those alumni who had achieved outstanding success or had great accomplishments in areas outside of athletics. So 7 years ago, we formed a planning committee to begin the process of creating this Hall of Fame. We composed a mission statement and created categories, which you can find in your programs. We then set about finding our selection committee. Luckily, it was not difficult to find alumni and former teachers, as well as current Upper Dublin administrators and faculty who were excited to participate. I will have the pleasure of introducing you to them tonight as well. In the spring of 2020, we put our third call for nominations and also considered alumni who had been nominated during our previous 2 rounds of nominations. We chose tonight's honorees from that distinguished list. Thank you to all the nominators who celebrated the careers, contributions, and accomplishments of their friends and family. Without your nominations, we wouldn't have this amazing group to honor tonight. One of our goals for this Hall of Fame was to make it an interactive experience for our honorees and our current Upper Dublin students. What better inspiration is there than to meet people who started out in the same community as you, become well-recognized, accomplished, and successful people in their professions and in the world. Our honorees were so gracious to agree to spend a few hours with our students virtually last April, and I can tell you that it was a rewarding time for all involved, despite having to do it on Zoom. I want to thank Dr. Kim Callahan, Upper Dublin High School class of 1979, and assistant principal of the high school for her amazing organization of those daytime activities for our students and our honorees. I'd also like to thank Michelle Boaz, the executive director of the Upper Dublin Education Foundation. Michelle was a part of the planning committee and a valuable and committed helper in making this awards ceremony a reality. The committee was also honored to have 4 Upper Dublin High School seniors working with us last year as part of their senior culminating projects. Molly Brown, Angelo Sermonara, Jessica Ryan, and Anna Zhao, all class of 2021, spent many hours under the supervision of Susan Lohofer, Upper Dublin class of 1974, and Dr. Callahan, researching the nominations, assembling the nomination documents, and helping to write the introductions. The students then created an introduction video for each of our honorees that was shown to introduce them to our Upper Dublin School students and staff last April. You will see their hard work again tonight. We'll be playing those videos, introductions for each honoree. The students also posed the question to our honorees, what advice would you give your high school self? Those remarkable answers inspired our students and will be shown at the end of our program tonight. The students could not have produced these videos without the help of Jason Trantis, Upper Dublin High School class of 1995 and Upper Dublin High School Communications and Media Specialist. He is here making sure everything goes smoothly tonight. And I'd also like to thank David Toll, parent of 4 Upper Dublin High School alumni, tech supervisor, and our lighting and sound specialist for this evening's event. John Rogers, retired Upper Dublin art teacher and former member of our selection committee, was invaluable in fine-tuning all of our honorees' photos that were used on their plaques and in your programs tonight. He will be taking the group photo of the class at the conclusion of our ceremony tonight. And on a personal note, I'd like to thank my family for all the support that they give me to do this and honor our honorees tonight. And now, without further ado, I'd like to begin the awards part of our evening. I want you to enjoy the student-produced videos, and then each of our selection committee members will present the awards to our honorees. I will be introducing the members of the selection committee to you first. 2 of our committee members are not here tonight. Dr. Daniel Ortiz, Upper Dublin High School class of 2002, current principal of Sandy Run Middle School, and parent of students in the classes of 2030, 2033, and 2037, was able to offer his insight as a teacher and principal and now an Upper Dublin parent on the committee. Christine Clements, retired Upper Dublin teacher and coach, was also invaluable in offering help during our selection process. The following selection committee members are presenting our awards tonight. Mrs. Susan Badger Lohofer, Upper Dublin class of 1974, parent of children in the classes of 2005 and 2009, and grandparent of a future member of the class of 2037, is now the retired Facility and Community Affairs Manager for the Upper Dublin School District and was really my right-hand person and essentially my co-chair in this whole process. Mr. John Baker, retired Upper Dublin teacher and principal, who I had the good fortune to be a student under when Mr. Baker was the assistant principal at Sandy Run. His knowledge of Upper Dublin students was an invaluable asset on the committee. Mr. Stephen Heck, retired Upper Dublin High School history teacher, who I also had the good fortune of having, and a former recipient of the Upper Dublin Medal, was a wonderful addition to our committee this year. Mr. Jeffrey Wallach, Upper Dublin School Board Director, board member of the Upper Dublin Education Foundation, and parent of children in the classes of 2019 and 2023, is an active Upper Dublin volunteer. Mr. Robert Schultz, Upper Dublin class of 1984, and parent of children in the classes of 2013 and 2015, and principal of Upper Dublin High School, has been an integral part of the entire process from the formation of the planning committee through today. Dr. Kimberly MacArthur Callahan, Upper Dublin High School class of 1979, and Upper Dublin parent of children in the classes of 2012, 2015, and 2022, is the assistant principal of the Upper Dublin High School. As I said earlier, she was instrumental in all aspects of the planning of this Hall of Fame, but especially in creating our daytime event. Mr. Fred Arnold, Upper Dublin class of 1961, and retired Upper Dublin art teacher and theater director. He's also the father of the current UD Mr. Arnold, his son Than, who is a music and choral teacher here at Upper Dublin. His memories of UD students were an asset to the committee. Dr. Art Levinowitz, a member of the Upper Dublin Board of School Directors, and although he hails from New York, has truly become an Upper Dublin Cardinal. Art has been a true advocate for this Hall of Fame and heavily involved in all of our planning. Mr. Jack Fury, now retired, but longtime Upper Dublin High School guidance counselor and coach, and parent of a 2010 UD graduate, has been a part of Upper Dublin for nearly 40 years. He remembers students through the years and had an immense knowledge of their accomplishments and awards. And Dr. Stephen Yanni has been a strong advocate for this Alumni Hall of Fame since becoming our superintendent in 2018, serving on our selection committee and offering valuable input to the process. I must acknowledge there are two honorees who are with us tonight. Mr. John Orens from the class of 2017 induction class, and the Reverend Dr. Jewel Herder from the 2019 induction class. Would you all please stand? And now I'd like to draw your attention to the screen for our video introductions.
A community study internship at KYW News Radio just prior to his 1978 graduation became a steady job for Scott Kraft while earning an English degree at the University of Pennsylvania. Moving from news into playwriting, into acting and producing in New York City, Kraft eventually relocated to LA, becoming inextricably lodged in his entertainment community. Multi-talented, he was able to take spontaneous acting gigs while also writing and editing. The latter resulting in Daytime Emmy for Disney's animated series, Roly Poly Oly. Currently, Scott Kraft is an executive producer at Nickelodeon, where he continues to further his successful career as a producer, screenwriter, and director, focusing on creating wholesome content to educate and entertain young children.
Scott Kraft was not able to be here tonight due to work commitments and a house emergency in California. Please welcome to the stage Scott's mother, Carol Kraft, former Sandy Run Middle School teacher, mine specifically in 6th grade, accepting on his behalf, and presenting the award is Mrs. Susan Badger-Lohofer.
A 2004 alumni, Lindsay Roberts, earned a Bachelor of Music degree from the University of Maryland in opera and vocal performance with a concentration in music education, and a Master of Science in Arts Administration from Drexel University. As a New York City-based performing arts professional, Roberts is a deeply rooted and well-known stage actress, arts management consultant, and educator. Her dynamic vision is said to be the exemplification of artistry on stage and off. Roberts' credits include multiple Broadway national tours in leading and supporting roles and numerous roles in New York and regional productions. Roberts is also a certified diversity professional specializing in culturally responsive arts education as well as diversity and inclusion in the arts sector.
Please welcome to the stage Miss Lindsay Roberts, and presenting her award is Mr. John Baker.
Class of 1993's Mike Silski is an award-winning, widely read sports journalist. An alumnus of LaSalle University and the Columbia University Graduate School of Journalism, Silski is one of the most literate and insightful journalists in the nation, whose writing stretches beyond sports into the realms of culture, politics, and American history. He has authored 2 sports books and has appeared on ESPN, the NFL Network, NBC Sports, and NPR, among other national and regional television and radio programs. Mike's intelligent, compassionate, and introspective style consistently transcends the microcosm of the sporting world into the realm of human experience.
Mike Silski is not able to be with us tonight as he is traveling with and covering Villanova men's basketball. Please welcome to the stage his parents, Anne Marie and Charles Silski, accepting on his behalf, and presenting the award is Mr. Stephen Heck.
A 1986 graduate and recipient of the Upper Dublin Medal for Student Leadership, Stephen Bachman earned a Bachelor of Science degree in engineering from Princeton and a law degree from Harvard, before moving to Washington, D.C., where he had distinguished a 27-year career. Today, Bachman is a litigation partner at Paul, Weiss, Rifkin, Wharton, and Garrison. Throughout his career, he has fought for the intellectual property rights of Fortune 500 companies and other prominent corporations with an outstanding record of success and awards. Bachman is known worldwide for his practice in patent, copyright, trademark, and technology-focused disputes.
Please welcome to the stage Mr. Steve Bachman, and I have the honor of presenting to my classmate and friend.
A 1996 graduate, Brett Danaher earned an economics degree from Haverford College and a PhD in applied economics from Wharton School at UPenn. Dr. Danaher, an assistant professor at Chapman University in California, is a data scientist and an empirical economist who has authored some of the first research on how firms and governments should alter their approach to protecting copyrighted works in digital age of piracy. Also a world-renowned pioneer in entertainment analytics, Danaher's ongoing research seeks new ways using data science to help entertainment companies gain better understanding of consumers' needs and the content they're selling, and ways to better price and market their products.
Please welcome to the stage Dr. Brett Danaher, and presenting the award is Sue Badger-Lohofer.
Bruce Joseph is a 1972 graduate who double majored in economics and math at the University of Pennsylvania before obtaining a law degree from Harvard. Joseph spent most of his career at Wiley Rein LLP in Washington, D.C. before becoming known as the nation's premier copyright lawyers representing top companies in the telecom and broadcasting industries. Joseph was instrumental in defining and defending digital copyright law at the dawn of the internet boom in the late 1990s. His expertise in the protection of digital music rights impacted music worldwide.
Please welcome to the stage Mr. Bruce Joseph, and presenting the award is Mr. Jeffrey Wallach.
After graduating in 1960, Charles, or Chuck, Baumüller earned a political science degree from the University of California at Berkeley, then a doctorate from Harvard University. Following his early work involving editing historical documents pertaining to Black leaders in the Caribbean, Baumüller became a world-renowned political scientist and theorist for the Center for Civic Education in Los Angeles. Baumüller lectured and authored or edited numerous publications related to the foreign politics, philosophical subjects, and democracy. Baumüller's most noteworthy authored works were Civitas, a framework for civic education and an educational program used in China for a decade that provided training in democracy.
Dr. Baumüller is unable to attend our ceremony tonight and is watching our live stream from his home in California. I gratefully accept this award on his behalf. I'd also like to let you know Villanova just won.
Following his 1968 graduation, Jack Lee received an undergraduate degree from Princeton, graduate degree from Tufts, and a doctorate from MIT. Initial work as a programmer and researcher led to a 40-year career as an expert in differential geometry. After 5 years as an assistant professor at Harvard, Lee moved to University of Washington, where he remains a highly respected professor of mathematics. Dr. Lee is credited with creating Ricci, a mathematical software for tensor calculations in differential geometry, and a research in Yamabe problem geometry of an analysis of CR manifolds and Einstein metrics.
Please welcome to the stage Dr. Jack Lee, and presenting the award is Mr. Robert Schultz.
A 1968 graduate, Kenneth Veit earned degrees from Muhlenberg College and the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, in addition to completing an MBA at Temple University. Today, Dr. Veit is one of the longest-serving medical school deans in the nation, serving since 1992 as Dean and Vice President of Academic Affairs at PCOM. Dr. Veit has tirelessly utilized his extensive expertise in the physician workforce and healthcare delivery to expand and innovate a patient-oriented approach to osteopathic training, also ensuring that students are well-equipped to practice in underserved and non-traditional areas.
Please welcome to the stage Dr. Ken Veit, and I have the honor of presenting his award.
Upper Dublin 1977 alumni Roy Clayton earned undergraduate and advanced degrees from the United States Air Force Academy and the Air Force Institute of Technology. An Air Force budget officer, he successfully completed cost analyses for multiple Air Force programs and assets over his 21-year military career. Recognized for outstanding service, he was awarded the Meridius Service Medal, Air Force Commendation Medal, Air Force Achievement Medal, and National Defense Service Medal. Being honored posthumously, Lieutenant Colonel Roy Clayton III is well remembered as a father, husband, and airman with an undeniable love of life and dedication to duty.
Please welcome to the stage Tom Clayton, Roy's brother, accepting the award on behalf of the Clayton family, and presenting the award is Dr. Kimberly MacArthur Callahan.
A 1996 graduate, Justin Cooper, earned degrees from American University and Fordham Law. After interning in the White House, Cooper was named a staff assistant in the Oval Office, leading to his role as longtime advisor to President Bill Clinton. He has traveled the globe and managed business engagements, negotiations, and the development of highly recognized global philanthropies, including disaster relief. Cooper assisted Clinton on 3 books: the presidential memoir, My Life, the philanthropic book, Giving, and bestseller, Back to Work. Cooper counsels some of the world's most notable individuals and organizations on corporate and executive strategy, addressing and proactively managing reputation, issues, and trends.
Please welcome to the stage Mr. Justin Cooper, and presenting the award is Mr. Fred Arnold.
Following his 1983 graduation, John Taylor's successful completion of 4 years at the United States Air Force Academy led to his first assignment in space acquisitions at the Los Angeles Air Force Base. Over the next 22 years, Taylor's space acquisition assignments found him again in California, managing the $460 million defense satellite program production contract. Then, Nevada, managing all aspects of range production missions, exercises, and tests at the 3.5 million acre Weapons and Tactics Center. Then Massachusetts, managing the $45 million command and control system, and then in Washington, D.C., holding positions for the National Reconnaissance Office. Taylor completed his military service as the NRO Director's hand-picked senior field representative and primary interface to Air Force Space Command and regional U.S. Strategic Command components for the Colorado Springs region. Retired from active military service in 2009 with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel, Taylor continues to protect his country as a military contractor in Colorado Springs.
Please welcome to the stage Lieutenant Colonel John Taylor, and presenting the award is Dr. Art Labinowitz.
A 1987 graduate, Kevin Friedman earned his bachelor's degree from Princeton University and medical degree from the University of Pennsylvania. Achieving an exceptional medical career in orthopedic surgery with a specialization in sports medicine, Dr. Friedman has been recognized by Philadelphia Magazine as one of the area's top doctors for his outstanding patient care. Dr. Friedman has also completed prolific research with landmark studies in the fields of medical school education, osteoporosis, and sports medicine. While serving as a role model for students, residents, fellows, and practicing surgeons alike, Dr. Friedman devotes his free time to his family and his community by promoting injury prevention and safety awareness across local youth sports organizations.
Please welcome to the stage Dr. Kevin Friedman, and presenting the award is Mr. Jack Fury.
Following his 1975 graduation, Robert Hauser earned a bachelor's degree from Brandeis University, a medical degree from the Temple University School of Medicine, and an MBA from the University of South Florida. A pioneer and innovator in neurological clinical research, Dr. Hauser has dedicated his life to helping the millions around the world who suffer from Parkinson's disease. Today, he serves as the director of the Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorder Center of Excellence, as well as professor of neurology at the University of South Florida in Tampa. A top doctor annually since 1993, Dr. Hauser developed gold standard outcome measures for use in clinical trials and has established himself as one of the most cited Parkinson's investigators internationally.
Dr. Robert Hauser is unable to be with us tonight. He's watching on live stream from his home in Florida, and I'm honored to accept the award on his behalf.
A 1982 alumni, John Russell earned degrees from Temple University and the Pennsylvania State University College of Medicine. Over a 30-year career, Dr. Russell's actions and work have earned him a reputation as a model family physician. He is known for his compassion and dedication to the practice and teaching of medicine. Dr. Russell's commitment to service is exemplified by his work at health fairs in Philadelphia shelters, as well as his self-funded medical missions in developing countries. Dr. Russell currently serves as chair of the Department of Family Medicine and director of the Family Medicine Residency Program at Abington Hospital, Jefferson Health.
Please welcome to the stage Dr. John Russell, and presenting the award is Steve Heck.
A member of the class of 1969, Deborah Keck Delp is a certified family recovery specialist, nurse, family advocate, educator, and 20-year volunteer assisting individuals and families navigating the painful world of drug and alcohol addictions. She created the highly regarded drug awareness program for parents, Don't Be an Ostrich, which has been featured in Upper Dublin. Delp has spoken on the topic before legislatures in Harrisburg and Washington, D.C. She has worked and volunteered in homeless shelters, a women's abuse shelter, inpatient rehabs, and prison. Delp is also the author and publisher of Packing for Heaven, a story to assist children through the grieving process.
Please welcome to the stage Ms. Deborah Keck Delp, and presenting the award is John Baker.
A 1980 graduate, Ron Feldman earned a bachelor's degree from the University of Delaware, later becoming a CPA. Returning to Upper Dublin to raise his family, Ron was drawn to a life of public service in his hometown. Serving as the Ward 6 Township Commissioner for 14 and a half years, Ron dedicated a monumental amount of time towards bettering his community. From taking his first oath of office in January of 2005 and gaining through 3 re-elections, he vigorously and adeptly represented his constituents in township matters. Ron founded the Upper Dublin Citizen Emergency Fund. A Greenfield Foundation trustee, Ron supported over $1 million in programs and equipment to better Upper Dublin students. Being honored posthumously, Ron Feldman, of blessed memory, passed away on June 25, 2019, following an 18-month battle with cancer.
Please welcome to the stage Jill Greenfield Feldman, Ron's wife, accepting the award on behalf of the Greenfield and Feldman families. Presenting the award is Dr. Stephen Yanni.
A 1994 graduate, Eric Yanoff, earned a degree in comparative literature with a concentration in Judaic studies at Princeton. He received his rabbinical ordination and an MA in Jewish education from the Jewish Theological Seminary in New York City. Through excellent skills for innovative programming, meaningful ritual development, formal and informal education, personal counseling, and individual mentorship, Rabbi Yanoff is widely recognized for his efforts to reinvent the synagogue as a relevant environment. His dedication to faith, education, and spirituality expands into the countless areas of community involvement and leadership positions. After serving a congregation in Michigan for 6 years, in 2010, Rabbi Yanoff returned to Marion Station, Pennsylvania, where he currently leads the congregation at Adath, Israel.
Please welcome to the stage Mr. Eric Yanoff, and presenting the award is Dr. Art Leminowitz. I'd like you all to give this outstanding class of 2021 Upper Dublin High School Athletic Alumni Hall of Fame another round of applause, please. And I'd like to reintroduce Mr. Bob Schultz to end our evening with a few words of cardinal pride, followed by the video that I spoke of earlier.
Incredibly impressive bunch here in the front row. Congratulations to all of you. It is my distinct honor to make the final and brief remarks on this incredible evening. The Alumni Hall of Fame was under consideration for some time, and it finally became a reality due to the vision and guidance of a number of individuals. Overcoming the obstacles that we've all encountered over the past 2 years, we have been fortunate to meet or to be reintroduced to some amazing graduates tonight, and I would like to reiterate my appreciation to the entire committee with special acknowledgments of the 3 members who worked tirelessly to aid in this process: Kim Callahan, Sue Lohofer, and Heidi Overton. All of us are deeply indebted to Heidi for her leadership, her mission-mindedness, and for her service to the Upper Dublin community in helping bring this Hall of Fame to fruition, and for her remarkable organization, foresight, and hospitality. So Heidi, please allow us to thank you once again for your service and for the sharing of your gifts. So as you can read in the program, the mission of the Alumni Hall of Fame is to recognize graduates who have achieved distinction, garnered an outstanding accomplishment, or made a significant contribution within their professions, their communities, or in the world, and to provide exemplars for our current and future students. Last year, virtually, we began bringing that mission to completion by introducing the third class of inductees to our young ladies and our young men during the school day. Since then, you have all been memorialized on the plaques which hang in the hallway, and tonight we've been able to hold this ceremony to formally honor this remarkable group. So to everyone in attendance, thank you so much for making this occasion so meaningful and so memorable. And to all graduates of Upper Dublin High School, all friends, all family members, all inductees, and all committee members, thank you so much for coming out tonight and being part of this wonderful celebration. I believe we're going to go to a video, but if I may, while I'm here, could we just one more time recognize the 18 inductees into the 2021 Upper Dublin High School Alumni Hall of Fame? Thank you so much. Have a great night.
As a rabbi, I spend most of my time seeing how I can build community and connectivity between different types of people. And I think my Upper Dublin education prepared me for this because as you walk the halls of the high school, and really any of our schools, there is a sense of so many different types of people. And there's a question of how we can come across different communities and come together.
Upper Dublin provided me with a fantastic education with a really strong background in science, math, reading, writing, and verbal communication skills. The teachers were absolutely fantastic, with a special shout out to Dr. Ritter. Most importantly, Upper Dublin taught me to think creatively and critically.
My Upper Dublin Sciences allowed me to do well in sciences at Cal. Most of all, my foreign language and especially English training at Upper Dublin gave me the key tools for my career.
It was the kind of the personal attention from teachers that really actually cared about me. I remember a lot of teachers that actually knew who I was and cared about what I was interested in.
I believe that math class helped me to think quickly and analytically, particularly thanks to Mr. Taddy's very competitive 6 numbers game. The debate team helped me to think on my feet. 3 school plays helped me to stand up and speak in front of crowds. And our small computer closet, with its single teletype terminal, let me exercise my inner nerd.
The biggest difference that Upper Dublin made for me was a couple teachers that I could highlight that made a difference. They really helped me. I liked the subjects.
It really has to do with the challenge that I was given by all of my mentors. They challenged me to achieve on the athletic field. They challenged me to achieve in the classroom.
I'm amazed at how flexible the school was about providing learning opportunities. Having the opportunity for all those experiences convinced me that I always wanted my life to be more than just academics.
All these great teachers at Upper Dublin, the ones I loved the most, who really impacted me the most, were ones who brought a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of humor to their jobs. So Mrs. Com and Mr. Gurish and Mr. Wemple and Mr. Walton and Mr. Lowry, Miss McIntosh were the ones who really brought humor and life every day to their job.
I learned as much outside the classroom at Upper Dublin as I did inside, participating in so many different activities, getting the opportunity to develop my skills as a leader, to lead other people, to meet other people, to organize things. And figure out how things work and how things come together.
I think what it taught me was how to prioritize and how to manage time. When you're involved in activities and sports and things like that, you don't have a lot of time, and you need to prioritize that in order to catch those glimpses of pockets of time, I should say, of when you can study, either before practice, after practice, things like that.
And I think the extracurricular activity probably helped me more than anything else. I was on the soccer team and also on the track team. Now, on the soccer team, I played that weird position called goaltender. And as a goalie of any team, you are the last defense. And you quickly realize that as being a part of the team and as a last defense, it's very similar to being an academic administrator, because in senior academic leadership, you are the last defense.
It exposed me to people who I otherwise wouldn't have met, from different backgrounds, different religious faiths, races, creeds, such a diversity of people in such a challenging intellectual environment.
I was afforded amazing leadership opportunities like being president of my class, which translated into some beautiful skills, now leading a company as an entrepreneur. And I was also given the opportunity to perform in the choir and to even do state competitions, allowing me to network with students from across the region who shared my same passions.
In 11th grade, in my English class, our teacher had us read Ionesco and Beckett and write a play in the style of theater of absurd. And that was the first time I think I ever even realized people actually wrote plays and could consider that as a career choice.
It's really worth it to try a lot of different things because you never know what's going to interest you in the end. And I really appreciate getting that experience at Upper Dublin.
Life is short. Your high school career is even shorter, right? And I say that just to say that everything that you do in high school sets the foundation for the rest of your life.
There's so many great, amazing things to get involved in. I did science competitions and had no intentions of going into that field, but what an awesome opportunity to learn, to present, to meet new people.
To work more on writing. The sooner you develop that skill, the better. I would also advise myself to focus a bit on the process of learning and thinking, and not just on the specific material that's being taught.
Relax. Everything's going to be okay. Don't get so stressed out about schoolwork and the friendships you think you're not making. It's a tough time being a teenager and being a high school kid. It's tough for everybody, whether they wear it or not. It's a challenging time for everyone.
Believe in yourself, and whatever dreams you have, you can achieve them. Whatever your career goals are, just follow the path and see where it takes you.
I think the most important thing is to be true to yourself and do what you love. If you have passion for your career, it's really what drives you throughout your entire working life.
Listen more and be stupid less.
Don't be so damn judgmental. I wanted so much to be one of the cool kids, or at least cooler than most of the nerdy kids. And I think I ignored a whole bunch of classmates who somehow didn't fit my idea of the crowd I wanted to be part of.
You'll go through a lot of really intense times, both good and difficult. And I think it's really important to focus when you're having the good times on those around you and remembering all the experiences you're having and the support other people are giving you.
It's to live in the moment. That's something that was a lot easier then than it is now. But each stage of life has its good, has its bad experiences. But the important thing is to be present, to be there, to understand it, to look at it, and not to worry about what we worry about today, the picture, the image, how you freeze frame it. It's to actually live it.
Do your best. Try hard, make big mistakes, and learn from them. Fall down, get up, dust yourself off, and know that in the future there is more of that overall picture, that composite sketch of who you will become that is coming down the way.
Keep working hard, keep having fun, and keep thinking creatively.
Really concentrate on having more character and concentrate less on being a character.
Always have a book at your side to read at odd moments. Make it a worthwhile book, classic perhaps, or an important contemporary book. Don't read junk, life's too short.
When you're out there making choices that you're about to make in the next 4 or 5 years, big investments in your future, right? Whether to go, what college to go to, what technical school to go to, your major you want to choose, what internship to take, whether to do an internship or go to the beach for the summer. I guess one of the biggest things I can say is if you think about your choices and think about which one of these is going to open up the most doors in the future, that should weigh really heavily in, because it's going to pay off in the long run when you're 30 or 40 or 50 and you want those options open to you.
Smell the roses. Enjoy the moments. The moments go by very, very fast. Enjoy your family, enjoy your classmates, enjoy your friends, and enjoy the career pathway that you choose.
As you can see, our students took a lot of inspiration from those responses, and I thank all of you in the induction class who took the time to provide those for us when we asked last year. That concludes our ceremony for tonight, and I'd like to invite everyone from the current induction class to meet us back where we started at the induction wall. We'd love to take a group picture of all of you. I understand that some people do need to leave, but if we could spare 10 minutes to take a picture, we'd love to have this memorialized tonight. Otherwise, thank you all for coming out. I'm glad that we were able to finally do this in person. Thank you.